Welcome to the Salesforce Agentforce Specialist practice test. This is practice test 1. You have 10 questions. No hints, no shortcuts. Read each question carefully, pick your answer, then find out if you got it right. Keep track of your score. A passing score is 8 out of 10. Let us begin. Question 1. Universal Containers has grounded a prompt template with a related list. During user acceptance testing, users are not getting the correct responses. What is causing this issue? Option A. The related list is not on the parent object's page layout. Option B. The related list prompt template option is not enabled. Option C. The related list is read only. Think carefully. The clue is in how grounding with related lists works in Prompt Builder. The correct answer is A. The related list is not on the parent object's page layout. For a grounded prompt template to pull data from a related list, that related list must be present on the parent object's page layout. If it is missing from the layout, the system cannot access the data, which causes incorrect or empty responses during testing. Question 2. Amid their busy schedules, sales reps at Universal Containers dedicate time to follow up with prospects and existing clients via email regarding renewals or new deals. They spend many hours reviewing past communications and customer details before performing their outreach. Which standard agent action helps sales reps draft personalized emails to prospects by generating text based on previous successful communications? Option A. Agent action. Draft or revise sales email. Option B. Agent action. Summarize record. Option C. Agent action. Find similar opportunities. Think about which action is specifically designed for email drafting based on previous communications. The correct answer is A. Agent action. Draft or revise sales email. This is the standard out-of-the-box agent action, built exactly for this purpose. It drafts or revises personalized sales emails by drawing on the history of successful past communications, saving reps significant time on outreach. Question 3. Universal Containers has an active standard email prompt template that does not fully deliver on the business requirements. Which steps should an Agentforce specialist take to use the content of the standard prompt email template and customize it to fully meet the business requirements? Option A. Save as new version and edit as needed. Option B. Clone the existing template and modify as needed. Option C. Save as new template and edit as needed. This one trips people up. Think about the difference between versioning, cloning, and saving as a new template. The correct answer is C. Save as new template and edit as needed. Saving as a new template allows the specialist to preserve the original standard template, while creating a fully customizable copy that can be edited to meet specific business requirements. Cloning creates a copy, but does not give the same flexibility, and saving as a new version modifies the existing template's version history rather than creating an independent, customizable template. Question 4. Universal Containers recently rolled out Einstein generative AI capabilities and created a custom prompt to summarize case records. Users have reported that the case summaries generated are not returning the appropriate information. What is a possible explanation for the poor prompt performance? Option A. The prompt template version is incompatible with the chosen LLM. Option B. The Einstein trust layer is incorrectly configured. Option C. The data being used for grounding is incorrect or incomplete. The hint is in the phrase not returning appropriate information. Think about what feeds the prompt in the first place. The correct answer is C. The data being used for grounding is incorrect or incomplete. When a prompt is well written but the output is still wrong or incomplete, the most likely cause is the quality of the grounding data. If the records being used to ground the prompt contain incorrect, missing, or irrelevant fields, The LLM will generate a response based on that flawed data, producing poor results. Question 5. Universal Containers plans to implement prompt templates that utilize the standard foundation models. What should UC consider when building prompt templates in Prompt Builder? Option A. Ask the model to roleplay as a character in the prompt template to provide more context to the LLM. Option B. Include multiple choice questions within the prompt to test the LLM's understanding of the context. Option C. Train the LLM with data using different writing styles, including word choice, intensifiers, emojis, and punctuation. Think about best practices in prompt engineering. What technique is widely known to improve LLM output quality? The correct answer is A. Ask the model to roleplay as a character in the prompt template to provide more context to the LLM. Assigning a role or persona to the LLM is a well-established prompt engineering technique. It gives the model a frame of reference for how to respond, improving relevance and consistency. Options B and C are not valid prompt engineering practices for Salesforce Prompt Builder. Question 6. Universal Containers implements custom agent actions to enhance its customer service operations. The development team needs to understand the core components of a custom agent action to ensure proper configuration and functionality. What should the development team review in the custom agent action configuration to identify one of the core components? Option A, instructions. Option B, output types. Option C, action triggers. This one is straightforward if you know the anatomy of a custom agent action. The correct answer is A, instructions. Instructions are one of the core components of a custom agent action. They tell the agent how and when to use the action. Output. Types and action triggers are not standard components of a custom agent action in Agentforce. Question 7. What is true of Agentforce Testing Center? Option A. Running tests risk modifying CRM data in a production environment. Option B. Agentforce Testing Center can only be used in a production environment. Option C. Running tests does not consume Einstein requests. Be careful here. Think about what actually happens when you run tests in a production org. The correct answer is A. Running tests risks modifying CRM data in a production environment. This is an important consideration. When using the Agentforce Testing Center in a production environment, test runs can trigger real actions and modify real CRM records. This is why it is best practice to test in a sandbox first. Testing does consume Einstein requests, and the testing center is not limited to production only. Question 8. Universal Containers built a field generation prompt template that worked for many records, but users are reporting random failures with token limit errors. What is the cause of the random nature of this error? Option A. The number of tokens that can be processed by the LLM varies with total user demand. Option B. The number of tokens generated by the dynamic nature of the prompt template will vary by record. Option C. The template type needs to be switched to Flex to accommodate the variable amount of tokens generated by the prompt grounding. The keyword is random. Why would errors only happen on some records and not others? The correct answer is B. The number of tokens generated by the dynamic nature of the prompt template will vary by record. Because the prompt template dynamically pulls data from each record, different records will have different amounts of data, meaning different token counts. Some records generate a prompt that exceeds the LLM's token limit, while others do not. This explains why the error is random and record dependent. Question 9. Universal Containers is creating a new custom prompt template to populate a field with generated output. UC enabled the Einstein trust layer to ensure AI audit data is captured and monitored. Which prompt template type should UC use and which consideration should UC review? Option A, Flex, and that dynamic fields is enabled. Option B, field generation, and that dynamic forms is enabled. Option C, field generation, and that dynamic fields is enabled. Pay attention to both parts of the answer, template type and the required setting. The correct answer is B, field generation, and that dynamic forms is enabled. When you want a prompt template to populate a field with AI-generated output, you use the field generation template type. The consideration is that dynamic forms must be enabled on the page layout for the generated output to be written to the field properly. Question 10. Universal Containers wants to build an Agentforce service agent that provides the latest, active, and relevant policy and compliance information to customers. The agent must semantically search HR policies, compliance guidelines, and company procedures, and ensure responses are grounded on published knowledge. What should UC do to ensure the agent retrieves the right information? Option A. Manually add policy responses into the AI model to prevent hallucinations. Option B. Set up an Agentforce data library to store and index policy documents for AI retrieval. Option C. Enable the agent to search all internal records and past customer inquiries. Think about what feature is purpose-built for storing and indexing structured documents for agent ground. The correct answer is B. Set up an Agentforce data library to store and index policy documents for AI retrieval. The Agentforce data library is specifically designed to ingest, chunk, vectorize, and index documents so the agent can retrieve them semantically. This avoids hallucinations because the agent is grounded in verified, curated content rather than relying on general LLM knowledge. That is practice test 1 complete. Give yourself 1 point for every correct answer. A score of 8 or higher means you are on track for the real exam. Drop your score in the comments. We want to see how you did. Move on to practice test 2 to keep going. It is right there in the playlist waiting for you. Good luck.